let's move over to stock picks. I will stick with you, Cobus. Where are you seeing opportunity at the moment?
So they were in the news this morning for an acquisition in Uganda, Absa. Haven't called it in a while, but it does feel like we've been sort of hitting the drums for the banks being cheap, and the bonds have rallied. So the cost of capital in the country overall is coming down. The universe seems to be a little bit more bullish on South Africa, relatively speaking, at least overall. These banking stocks, frankly, have languished relative to those expectations. So we see them as very high quality, well capitalized businesses. In Absa, you get, it's at an historically cheap valuation. It's posting better ROEs than it has in a long time. The African exposure is quite attractive as well, and those markets continue to benefit from the uptick in the commodity prices we've seen. We've seen Ghana as an example, the largest ex-South African market, making a complete about turn. The devaluation of the currency essentially reversing, and the buildup of reserves taking place, mostly off the back of a strong gold price and a strong coffee and cocoa price. So all of this just adds up to a really attractive proposition, and it's our favorite pick in the SA banking sector.
All right, Cobus betting on SA Inc. with banks. What about you, Chantal?
I love SA Inc., but I'm actually not going to choose an SA stock today.
Okay.
So in the last 2 weeks, probably prior to Monday, there's been a lot of debate around the debasement trade. So, even before that, valuations in the US have been very expensive. And when we're looking for offshore exposure, it's very difficult to find growth outside of the US. But in Europe, there's a company called Galderma. Okay. They do Botox injections and fillers, and they also have a pretty sizable skincare business. If you've been to a dermatologist, you would have been given Cetaphil at some point in your life. That is one of their brands. And they've also started marketing a new product called Nembulio that works for eczema. And it works very well for eczema. And it's been groundbreaking. In its first year of launch, sales have topped even the most bullish estimates by analysts and by management. The stock is not cheap. It's a stock that trades on a 40 times forward PE, but it's growing at 40% over the next 5 years off of Nembulio and continued broader market adoption of aesthetics, as well as firm growth in dermatological skincare. So a really exciting prospect if you're looking for growth outside of the US and outside of tech.
All right, let's leave it there. Chantal, Cobus, thanks so much for joining me this afternoon. That was Cobus Potgieter from Southern Cross Capital and Chantal Marx from FNB Wealth and Investments. Do remember that Stockwatch pre-records on a Monday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. and is live at 6:30 p.m. on a Tuesday and Thursday, while Stockwatch this week is live at 12:30 p.m. on Fridays. Keep that in mind and keep those questions coming through. For now, that's all from Stockwatch this week, but do stay tuned for lots more coming up right here on Business Day TV.
Stockwatch is brought to you by Merchant West. Where others stop, we push further. Because we believe business as usual doesn't lead anywhere new. Go beyond with Merchant West. Finance, invest, insure.